Have you ever looked at your reflection and silently wondered, am I really taking care of myself, or am I just going through the motions? As we age, we tend to focus on the big things, our hearts, our bones, our medications. But sometimes it's the little invisible habits that slip through the cracks. A toothbrush that doesn't change, a quiet shower out of exhaustion, aching feet that go unnoticed. These subtle neglects whisper through our days, until one day they speak a little louder. You're not alone. In today's video, we gently explore 7 personal hygiene mistakes that many seniors make without even realizing it, but that doctors can spot right away. Some of them may surprise you. Others may feel like they were written just for you. And as we get started, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What small act of self-care are you willing to do today? Whether it's, I'm going to floss tonight, I'm going to talk to my doctor, or simply, I love myself enough to start. If this resonates with your journey, consider subscribing. We're building a space here, a quiet garden of wisdom and warmth, just for you. 1. Neglecting oral hygiene, a vital health concern for seniors. Imagine this. You're sitting in your favorite armchair, sipping a cup of tea, thinking that you've got your health all figured out. But what if I told you that something as simple as brushing your teeth could be a secret weapon against some of the most serious health issues? Surprising, right? Let's dive into why neglecting oral hygiene is a mistake you definitely want to avoid. Meet Harold, a sprightly 75-year-old who never missed his morning golf game. He thought he was doing everything right, eating well, staying active, and keeping up with his doctor's appointments. But during a routine checkup, his doctor noticed something that Harold had overlooked: his oral hygiene. Harold's toothbrush was worn out, and his gums were starting to bleed, signs he dismissed as just part of getting older. What Harold didn't realize was that his gums were silently screaming for attention. You see, the mouth is like a gateway to your body's overall health. Poor oral hygiene doesn't just lead to cavities or bad breath. It can be a red flag for bigger health problems like heart disease and even dementia. The bacteria from gum disease can sneak into your bloodstream, causing inflammation that affects your heart and brain. Let's talk about Sylvia, another senior who learned this lesson the hard way. Sylvia, a retired school teacher, thought bleeding gums were just a nuisance. Little did she know, these were warning signs. During a checkup, her doctor found that oral bacteria had traveled to her heart, causing dangerous inflammation. This was a wake-up call for Sylvia, who realized that her dental routine needed a serious upgrade. So what can you do to avoid these pitfalls? Start by taking a good look at your toothbrush. If it's older than 3 months or looks like it's been through a battle, it's time for a new one. Consider switching to an electric toothbrush, which can remove more plaque than manual brushing. Make it a habit to brush twice daily for a full 2 minutes. Set a timer if you need to. And don't forget to floss every night. These small steps can make a huge difference. Regular dental checkups are also a must, even if you have dentures. These visits aren't just about cleaning your teeth. They're an opportunity for your dentist to spot potential issues before they become serious health threats. If you notice any bleeding, swelling, or unusual changes in your gums, don't brush them off as just signs of aging. These are your body's way of sending an SOS, and it's crucial to listen. Taking care of your oral hygiene is like giving your body a gift. It's about more than just a bright smile. It's about safeguarding your health and adding years to your life. So the next time you pick up your toothbrush, remember Harold and Sylvia. Their stories remind us that sometimes the simplest habits can have the most significant impact. Keep that in mind, and you'll be on your way to living your golden years with health and confidence. Remember, it's never too late to make a change. Start today and take that first step towards better health, one brush at a time. 2. Improper incontinence management. Imagine this. You're at your grandchild's birthday party, surrounded by laughter and joy, but there's a shadow hanging over your enjoyment, worrying about incontinence. It's a common issue, often kept hush-hush, yet it doesn't have to steal away your happiness or confidence. Let's explore how managing incontinence properly can open doors to a more fulfilling life. Grace, a lively 78-year-old with a passion for gardening and socializing, found herself increasingly anxious about leaving the house. She feared incontinence would embarrass her at the worst possible moments. Initially, she thought it was just an inevitable sign of aging, a silent burden she had to bear. This mindset, however, began to isolate her from the activities and people she loved. Incontinence can feel like an invisible barrier that disrupts daily life and hinders social interactions. Despite affecting millions of seniors, it's often wrapped in silence due to embarrassment. This reluctance to seek help can lead to improper management, impacting not only emotional well-being, but also causing physical issues like skin infections and increasing the risk of falls. Grace's journey took a hopeful turn when she confided in her friend Carol, who had faced similar challenges. Carol encouraged Grace to speak openly with her doctor, marking the first step toward regaining her freedom. Through this conversation, Grace discovered a variety of management options, ranging from lifestyle changes to medical treatments, each tailored to her needs. Understanding the different types of incontinence, such as stress incontinence, which occurs when physical movements put pressure on the bladder, and urge incontinence, characterized by a sudden, intense urge to urinate, helped Grace and her doctor create a personalized management plan. This knowledge empowered Grace, transforming her approach from reactive to proactive. Grace incorporated pelvic floor exercises into her daily routine, strengthening the muscles that support her bladder and significantly reducing her symptoms over time. Simple changes like adjusting her fluid intake and choosing the right incontinence products restored her confidence, allowing her to embrace her favorite activities without fear. The most profound change came from embracing open communication. Grace learned that discussing incontinence didn't have to be taboo. Sharing her experiences not only lifted a weight off her shoulders, but also inspired others to seek help. Her family and friends became her support network, encouraging her every step of the way. Grace's story illustrates the transformative power of proper incontinence management. It's about reclaiming control and refusing to let incontinence dictate the terms of your life. With the right approach, you can enjoy your golden years to the fullest, free from unnecessary worry. If you or someone you know is dealing with incontinence, remember that you're not alone. Start by having an open conversation with your healthcare provider. Explore the wide range of options available and find what works best for you. Whether it's lifestyle adjustments, exercises, or medical treatments, there's a solution out there that can fit your needs. Incontinence doesn't have to be a silent struggle. By addressing it head-on, you can regain your independence and peace of mind. So take a page from Grace's book, embrace the journey to better management, and let nothing hold you back from living life on your own terms. 3. Infrequent bathing and skincare. Following Grace's inspiring journey toward better incontinence management, let's dive into another essential aspect of senior care: maintaining healthy skin through regular bathing. Imagine the comforting embrace of warm water, a simple pleasure that can sometimes become a daunting task for seniors like Walter, a retired teacher with a heart full of stories. As Walter grew older, the once refreshing ritual of bathing started to feel more like a challenge. The bathroom seemed colder, the bathtub higher, and the energy required more than he could muster on some days. This led to infrequent bathing, which Walter didn't realize was affecting more than just his cleanliness. It was impacting his overall health. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and more fragile, making it susceptible to dryness, irritation, and infections. Regular bathing is crucial because it helps remove dirt, sweat, and bacteria, keeping the skin healthy and preventing issues like rashes or sores. Yet for many seniors like Walter, the barriers to frequent bathing can seem overwhelming. Walter's daughter Emily noticed her father struggled during one of her visits. She saw how his skin looked dry and noticed the slight odor that hinted at infrequent bathing. Concerned, Emily gently brought up the topic, emphasizing the importance of regular skincare. Together, they explored solutions to make bathing easier and more comfortable for Walter. They started by making some simple changes in the bathroom. Installing grab bars and a shower chair made the space safer and more accessible, reducing Walter's fear of slipping. Emily also purchased a handheld shower head, which allowed Walter to wash while seated, conserving his energy and making the process less tiring. But skincare doesn't end with bathing. Emily introduced Walter to a gentle, moisturizing body wash and a rich lotion to apply afterward. This routine helped keep his skin hydrated and less prone to irritation. They also discuss the importance of wearing soft, breathable fabrics to reduce skin friction and prevent rashes. Walter soon discovered that these small adjustments made a big difference. Not only did he feel cleaner and more comfortable, but he also noticed an improvement in his mood and confidence. Regular bathing became a time of relaxation and self-care, rather than a chore to be avoided. Beyond physical adjustments, Emily encouraged Walter to see bathing as a moment of mindfulness, a chance to unwind and enjoy the soothing sensation of warm water. She suggested playing his favorite music or using a calming scented soap to make the experience more enjoyable. Walter's story highlights the importance of not overlooking skincare as we age. It's not just about hygiene, it's about maintaining dignity, comfort, and quality of life. For seniors, adopting a regular bathing routine can prevent skin problems and boost overall well-being. If you or a loved one faces similar challenges, remember there are solutions. Start by assessing the bathroom environment and making it as safe and inviting as possible. Choose gentle skincare products that nourish and protect, and make the experience of bathing a pleasant ritual rather than a dreaded task. Infrequent bathing doesn't have to be a silent struggle. By addressing it with empathy and practical solutions, you can ensure that the simple act of caring for your skin becomes a source of comfort and joy. Take inspiration from Walter's journey, embrace the warmth of a good bath, and let it be a cornerstone of your self-care routine. 4. Poor foot hygiene. Imagine the joy of slipping into a comfortable pair of shoes, ready to take on the day with confidence. For many seniors, maintaining proper foot hygiene is not just about comfort. It's essential for health and mobility. Let's explore the story of Margaret, a vibrant 82-year-old who loves her daily walks in the park, but faced challenges with foot care that threatened her favorite pastime. Margaret always cherished her walks. They were her time to connect with nature, breathe fresh air, and greet familiar faces along her path. However, she began noticing discomfort in her feet, an itch here, a sore there, that gradually made her walks less enjoyable. What Margaret didn't realize was that poor foot hygiene was the culprit behind her woes, affecting not only her comfort, but also her health. As we age, our feet require extra care due to changes in skin texture, circulation, and sensitivity. Neglecting foot hygiene can lead to problems like fungal infections, ingrown toenails, and painful calluses. For Margaret, the discomfort started with minor neglect. Skipping the thorough washing and drying of her feet, overlooking the importance of proper nail trimming, and wearing shoes that weren't quite right for her. Margaret's granddaughter, Lily, noticed her grandmother's reluctance to go for walks during one of her visits. Concerned, Lily gently brought up the topic of foot care, emphasizing how crucial it was for maintaining mobility and preventing infections. Together, they explored ways to improve Margaret's foot hygiene and restore her walking routine. The first step was establishing a simple yet effective daily foot care routine. Lily helped Margaret set aside time each day to wash her feet with warm water and mild soap, ensuring they were thoroughly dried afterward, especially between the toes. This small change helped reduce the risk of fungal infections and kept Margaret's feet feeling fresh. Next, they tackled the issue of nail care. Lily showed Margaret how to trim her toenails properly, straight across and not too short, to prevent painful ingrown nails. They also discussed the importance of regular moisturizing to keep the skin soft and prevent cracks, which could lead to infections. Shoe selection was another area they focused on. Margaret realized that her old, worn-out shoes weren't providing the support she needed. With Lily's help, she found a pair of comfortable, well-fitting shoes that offered good arch support and cushioning. This made a significant difference in her walking comfort and helped prevent calluses and blisters. Beyond the physical aspects, Lily encouraged Margaret to view foot care as a form of self-care, a moment to relax and pamper herself. She suggested soaking her feet in warm water with Epsom salts occasionally, making it a soothing ritual that Margaret began to look forward to. Margaret's story underscores the importance of not overlooking foot hygiene as we age. It's not just about avoiding discomfort, it's about preserving mobility, independence, and quality of life. For seniors, adopting a regular foot care routine can prevent health issues and enhance overall well-being. If you or a loved one faces similar challenges, remember there are solutions. Start by establishing a daily foot care routine that includes washing, drying, moisturizing, and proper nail trimming. Choose shoes that provide comfort and support, and consider occasional foot soaks to relax and rejuvenate. Poor foot hygiene doesn't have to be a silent struggle. By addressing it with empathy and practical solutions, you can ensure that the simple act of caring for your feet becomes a source of comfort and joy. Take inspiration from Margaret's journey, embrace the steps to better foot care, and let nothing hold you back from enjoying life's simple pleasures, like a walk in the park. 5. Ignoring nail care. Let's dive into a lesser-known but fascinating aspect of self-care: nail care. Many of us might not give much thought to our nails beyond the occasional trim or manicure. However, these small keratin shields at the tips of our fingers and toes can reveal a lot about our overall health. Meet Susan, a lively 67-year-old who discovered the importance of nail care in the most unexpected way. Susan always had a busy life, juggling work, family, and her myriad of hobbies. Her nails were often an afterthought, something she'd deal with quickly whenever they got too long or snagged on something. She didn't realize that ignoring nail care could be more than just a cosmetic oversight. It could be a window into her health. One day, while chatting with a friend over tea, Susan learned that neglected nails could indicate systemic diseases like heart disease and thyroid issues. This revelation was a wake-up call. Her friend shared a story about how a simple change in her nail color led to early detection of a thyroid problem. Intrigued and a bit concerned, Susan decided to pay more attention to her nails. The first step was understanding that regular nail care wasn't just about aesthetics, it was a proactive measure for health monitoring. Susan began by setting aside time each week to trim her nails, keeping them clean and dry. She quickly realized that this routine not only kept her nails looking neat, but also gave her a chance to inspect them for any unusual changes in color or texture. Susan's newfound focus on nail care soon became a habit. She discovered that her nails could indeed tell stories about her body's inner workings. For instance, she noticed a slight yellowing of her nails, which prompted her to visit her doctor. It turned out to be a minor fungal infection, easily treatable but potentially problematic if ignored. Beyond health monitoring, Susan found that caring for her nails was a simple yet rewarding act of self-care. She began to enjoy the ritual of filing and moisturizing her nails, seeing it as a moment of relaxation and mindfulness amidst her busy schedule. This small routine became a time for reflection, allowing her to check in with herself both physically and mentally. Susan's story highlights the importance of not overlooking nail care. It's not just about keeping your hands and feet looking good. It's about being attuned to your body's signals. Regular nail care can lead to early detection of underlying health problems, giving you peace of mind and potentially catching issues before they become serious. If you've been neglecting your nails, remember there are simple steps you can take to incorporate nail care into your routine. Start by trimming your nails regularly, keeping them clean and dry, and paying attention to any changes in color or texture. These small actions can make a big difference in maintaining your health. Ignoring nail care doesn't have to be a silent oversight. By addressing it with awareness and intention, you can ensure that the simple act of grooming your nails becomes a source of empowerment and health vigilance. Take a cue from Susan's journey, embrace the practice of regular nail care, and let it be a cornerstone of your self-care routine, offering not just beauty, but also insight into your well-being. 6. Ear hygiene errors. Have you ever stopped to think about the tiny rituals we perform daily, almost on autopilot, that can have a significant impact on our health? One such routine is ear hygiene, a practice many of us have taken for granted. For John, a retired musician with a keen sense of hearing, this routine was no exception. He believed he was maintaining his ear health by using cotton swabs, a habit he had followed for years without a second thought. However, an unexpected bout of ear discomfort led him on a journey to discover the hidden risks of improper ear cleaning. As John sat in his doctor's office, he was surprised to learn that his well-intentioned habit could actually cause injuries and infections, potentially leading to hearing loss. The doctor explained that inserting objects into the ear canal could push earwax deeper, causing blockages and even damaging the delicate structures inside the ear. This revelation was eye-opening for John, who realized that his routine, rather than being helpful, might have been putting his hearing at risk. Determined to protect his cherished ability to enjoy music and everyday sounds, John decided to adopt safer ear hygiene practices. He learned that the ear is a self-cleaning organ and that the best approach is often to leave it alone. Transitioning from using cotton swabs, John embraced the simple act of cleaning only the outer ear with a damp cloth, gently wiping away any visible dirt or wax. This change not only reduced the risk of injury, but also kept his ears feeling comfortable and clean. John also became more vigilant about monitoring his ear health. He learned to pay attention to unusual symptoms like persistent itching, pain, or changes in hearing, and to seek medical help if they arose. This proactive approach gave him peace of mind, knowing he was taking steps to prevent serious complications. Beyond the physical aspect, John found that his new ear care routine was a small yet meaningful act of self-care. It reminded him of the importance of listening to his body and respecting its natural processes. He began to enjoy the ritual of gently cleaning his ears, seeing it as a moment of mindfulness and reflection. John's story underscores the importance of not overlooking ear hygiene. It's not just about maintaining cleanliness, it's about safeguarding your hearing and preventing potential health issues. Correct ear hygiene practices can prevent serious complications, ensuring that you continue to enjoy the sounds of life without worry. If you've been using cotton swabs or other objects to clean your ears, consider switching to safer methods. Avoid inserting anything into the ear canal and focus on cleaning the outer ear with a damp cloth. Be attentive to any unusual symptoms and seek medical advice if necessary. Ear hygiene errors don't have to be a silent risk. By addressing them with awareness and proper practices, you can ensure that the simple act of caring for your ears becomes a source of protection and comfort. Take inspiration from John's journey, embrace safer ear care methods, and let them be a cornerstone of your self-care routine, offering not just cleanliness, but also the assurance of healthy hearing for years to come. 7. Medication-related hygiene issues. Have you ever noticed subtle changes in your body after starting a new medication? These changes might seem trivial at first glance, but they can be important indicators of how your body is reacting to the medication. For Emily, a vibrant 54-year-old who recently began a new prescription for her chronic condition, these changes became a crucial part of her health management journey. Emily had always been diligent about her health, following her doctor's advice and keeping up with regular checkups. When she started taking a new medication, she noticed some unexpected changes. Her body odor seemed different. She was sweating more than usual, and she experienced a persistent dryness in her mouth. Initially, Emily brushed these off as minor inconveniences, attributing them to stress or diet changes. However, during a routine visit to her doctor, Emily mentioned these observations. Her doctor explained that certain medications can indeed cause changes in body odor, sweating, and oral dryness, which might indicate toxicity or other side effects. This was a revelation for Emily, who realized that these seemingly minor changes could be significant. Determined to manage her health more effectively, Emily decided to adopt a proactive approach. She began keeping a journal to track any hygiene changes she noticed after starting new medications. This simple act of documentation allowed her to see patterns and gauge whether these changes were persistent or fluctuating. Emily's journal became a valuable tool during her medical appointments. She would discuss the entries with her doctor, providing detailed information that helped her healthcare team make informed decisions about her treatment. This proactive approach not only gave Emily peace of mind, but also empowered her to take an active role in managing her health. Beyond the practical benefits, Emily found that keeping a journal was a therapeutic exercise. It encouraged her to be more mindful of her body's signals and fostered a deeper understanding of how medications affected her daily life. She began to view this practice as an integral part of her self-care routine, reinforcing her commitment to maintaining her health. Emily's experience highlights the importance of monitoring changes in hygiene after starting new medications. It's not just about noting differences, it's about preventing serious health issues related to medication side effects. By keeping track of these changes and discussing them with healthcare professionals, you can ensure that your treatment plan remains safe and effective. If you're starting a new medication, consider adopting Emily's approach. Keep a journal to document any changes in body odor, sweating, or oral dryness. Be attentive to your body's signals and report them to your doctor during appointments. This proactive strategy can help you manage your health better, and avoid potential complications. Medication-related hygiene issues don't have to be a silent concern. By addressing them with awareness and documentation, you can ensure that the process of taking medications becomes a source of empowerment and health vigilance. Take inspiration from Emily's journey, embrace the practice of monitoring hygiene changes, and let it be a cornerstone of your self-care routine, offering not just clarity but also the assurance of safe and effective medication management. As we come to the end of this gentle journey together, I hope today's stories reminded you of one simple truth. You matter. Your care, your comfort, your quiet rituals, they are not small. They are powerful acts of love for a body that has carried you through every season of life, from Harold's toothbrush to Grace's silent struggle with incontinence, from Walter's dry skin to John's rediscovery of what safe ear care really means. Each story carries a soft lesson, that even the smallest habits, when done with intention, can protect our dignity, health, and joy in these precious golden years. So today, maybe you don't need to change everything. Just one thing, one soft promise to yourself. I'll notice more. I'll care more. I'll love myself more. And if one story today stayed with you, I invite you to leave a comment. Something as simple as, I choose to care for myself today. You never know who you might inspire. If this touched your heart, please consider subscribing, not just to follow our videos, but to walk this path of aging with grace and wisdom together as a community. Thank you for being here, for listening, and most of all, for still choosing to grow, even when the world tells you to slow down.